DreAllDay.com.
Alright, so we're going to break down this one-on-one game. Playing the 16, every basket's worth 1 point. Y'all know the rules. If you ain't seen these videos before, now you know what I just told you. First shot, the turnaround. Kind of hit him with a little slow spin move. I call that the slow spin move. It's not really like a power type speed move. I don't need to do that because you see how I had him kind of overplaying my left side. I'm spinning away from the basket, which for the most part, you spin away from the basket, the defender will let you do that. They rather have you going away from the basket than towards it. You can take advantage of that psychological tick, if you want to call it that little psychological give. Take advantage and shoot that turnaround. Of course, you got to be able to make it. Me with a little stutter, I go baseline. Turnaround J is good. You see he hasn't challenged either one of those shots so far. Now, turnaround jump shot is a very difficult shot to make. I know one of my college coaches used to get mad at me for shooting it because I wasn't that good at making it in college as I am now. But if you can make that shot, it is a very difficult shot to block. Turnaround jump shot pretty much going to be blocked at the person guarding you. Pretty much anticipates that you're going to shoot it and they time it right. But as far as you just doing it by itself, me, you see how I maintain that pivot foot there, that right foot pivot I maintain there. I don't know if that's out of bounds or I got given a foul call. Either way, still my ball. I'm up. I believe he scores 2-0. He didn't score yet. But as I was saying, with that turnaround jumper, unless your defender actually knows you about to shoot it, which means they've seen you do it before, you can pretty much get that shot off anytime you want. Now, making the shot is a whole different story. You got to put in the work, the practice work to actually make the shot. You got to work on your balance, your timing, your footwork. All of that plays into making a turnaround jump shot. But if you can get the skill to actually make that shot, you got to be able to make it over both shoulders. That's very important. Because if you're going to go over one shoulder, then the person guarding you would just overplay that shoulder to stop you from making your shot, or stop you from even going to your, that go-to move of a turnaround jump shot. You just airball that or make that. I can't even tell. Some people have asked me, about on that far basket where I'm playing defense, it's harder to see what's going on. Well, ain't nothing I can do for y'all. I mean, the camera's in one position. Ain't nobody holding the camera. The camera's just sitting in position. So it's not like we can carry it with us while we playing in the game. So for those of you who have put out the vague suggestion that to get a better angle, there's no other way to do it than the way that it's being done right now, unless you're volunteering to come hold the damn camera, which you probably aren't. So it's going to be what it is. You can see what I'm doing on offense. So you're just going to have to be happy with that. Me with the quick stutter off the 1 foot, right over the top, finishing in the lane. Now when I'm making a move like that one that you saw right there, I could have went with the left hand and try to flip it up with the layup, or I could come back across my body to the right hand and finish that shot. That's really a matter of, you got to kind of feel how your defender is playing you. Because if that defender was playing me more towards the hip that was closest to him, my right hip, he could have blocked that shot, like stuffed it right back in my face if he was leaning that way. But you got to understand, I'm moving to my left, so he's probably going to be trying to get in front of me to the left, which will put him in better position to defend his little flip layup. And he didn't really defend either one. I got the size advantage over him there, but again, I'm moving to my left and shooting back across my body to the right. So it's a made basket, but it's not that simple. Just if you get it, you're going to make it. You got to hit the shot. Maybe with a quick little cross over there and pull up. All right, scores now. Let's say the score is 4-1, I believe. Again, we go on to 16. Every basket's worth 1 point. This pull up is off. When I play one-on-one, for the most part, I like to try to work on stuff. If I'm playing somebody one-on-one, like most of the time I like to work on my J, some type of jump shot. Maybe with the turnaround, same shot as I had from before. I missed this short right there. Most of the time I will work on jump shots. When I'm driving to the hole, is usually in a situation where I'm like, all right, I just need to get this win for whatever reason. Whether the guy I'm playing against start talking shit, or I think the game's a little bit too close, or I don't want to waste time shooting J's. I need to make sure I get the victory, and I start driving to the hole. That's a higher percentage shot. A layup is a higher percentage shot than a jump shot. But overall, I'm feeling good. I just want to get some work in. I'm going to shoot jump shots, but I'm always playing to win. Always play to win. So if it gets down to game point and the next basket wins the game, I need to go to the hole, I'm going to go to the hole. Damn the jump shot. So it's always play to win, but I like to work on different stuff. So I'm playing against this guy. I'm bigger than him, so I like to work on that turnaround game, that post game. So when I get into a 5-on-5 situation, I get a smaller guy on me. or a guy who's not as athletic, might be my size but not as athletic, I know I could play over top of him with the pull-up game. You know, he kind of timed my pull-up right there, threw my rhythm off just enough that I missed that shot. I should have made that. We got a 5-2 score. He's coming in. You see the amount of space that I'm giving him here. If somebody's playing you like that, you got a bigger guy on you, and they're playing you and giving you that kind of space, you got to make them pay. Like, you got to make that space work against them, which means you got to hit some pull-up jump shots and bring them out. Me, that dribble got kind of high there, but we let it go. All right, so here's me at the top of the key operating through the legs, so hesitation pull-up. That's a bread and butter shot there. You can't let me get that shot off. I'm going to make that 9 times out of 10. So the score is now 6-2. He just carried that ball. You know, I told him I ain't going to let him keep carrying. I'm going to call it before the game ends. As far as me, definitely want to be able to hit pull-up jump shots off the dribble, playing the guard position. Unless you want to beat him with your athleticism, maybe another pull-up. 7-2 is the score. Unless you're just going to out-athleticism everybody. There was probably back in college, I used to just use my athleticism way more than I use it now. I'm still athletic. I'm more athletic than my opponent you see me playing against here, and more athletic than most of the players that I play against. But I don't want to depend on my athleticism exclusively. Just alone a left-hand layup. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't depend on my athleticism exclusively. I was watching a basketball game one time, and the announcer said something. He was talking about a player who was really athletic, but they had suffered some injuries, and the guy said, you know, that player needs to get some athleticism insurance. And what he was talking about was a jump shot, and that player needs to be able to hit shots from the outside. So when he can no longer beat everybody with his athletic ability, he got to have something else to go to. Because if you don't have that, then you get a guy who's real athletic, and when they lose their athletic ability, they cease to become a productive player. And there's so many players we've seen, when they lose their athleticism, they lose their effectiveness by so much because they're not able to compensate. They don't have anything to compensate with. If you look at a guy like Allen Iverson, who, when he was at his peak, he was so athletic. As far as his quickness, nobody could stay in front of the guy. He was dominant. As soon as he wasn't that quick that he could blow by anybody, maybe with a little jump stop into the paint, that's too easy of a shot. 8-2 is the score. Once he got to the point where he couldn't just out-quick everybody, he became a very much diminished player. His productivity got cut in half immediately. He wasn't the star no more, and whatever shit players put up with, coaches put up with when he was the star, they stopped putting up with, and before you know it, he was out the league that quick. Steve Francis is another guy. When he was behind the back, kind of lost it a little bit there, but we made it work. Bucket. The score is now, I believe, 9-3. We'll say. Again, we playing the 16. Good example of players who lost their athleticism but still maintained being good. Karl Malone's a good example. People don't think about him. He used to be really, really athletic, dunking on guys and all that. And he just shot an air ball jumper right there. But once his athleticism started to wane, the guy stayed in great shape. He was famous for that. But his jump shot, he developed that jump shot in his post game, and he went to that. And he was still giving you 20 points a game all the way through the end of his career because he developed those skills outside of his athleticism to compensate when he lost the athleticism. He's a good example. Michael Jordan's a good example. He used to jump all over everybody, just dunk on people. And when he came back from his retirement, he developed that turnaround J, that mid-range J, just a jump shot in general. Michael Jordan shot over 40% from 3 a few years of his career, over 50% from the floor in general in his career. And by comparison, look at a guy like Iverson, who was at 40% for his career. So Jordan developed that jump shot when he came back because he knew he couldn't just out-athletic everybody. Kobe's another guy. Kobe's done a good job maintaining his athleticism in bursts for when he needs it. If he could just burst and dunk on somebody out of nowhere, he can. But Kobe has a very, very good jump shot. And then you look at a guy like D. Wade. I love Dwayne Wade, maybe with a quick little pound cross there. Come up short on the jet. I love Dwayne Wade, but his jump shot's not very good. He can't really lean on his jump shot when his knees been bothering him. He can't lean on his jump shot, so he's just a diminished player, and everybody knows it. This guy can't do what he used to do. Now, when he's feeling good and his knees feel good, he's the Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade that we know. But when his knees are just okay, when he got a little bit of pain, he can't just explode on people. He's not as much of a threat as he used to be. Definitely not every night like he used to be. Me with the turnaround J there. Speaking of Jordan, the score is 10. I believe we'll say 10-3. so he don't have those same skills. So me, personally, I like to work on pull-up jump shots, ball handling, running an offense. Those things that you'll be able to do even when you're not more athletic than everybody you play against. You got to have something to go to if you want to maintain your level as an effective player. I would never want to be a player who's like a shell of his former self, but just hanging on, playing as like a bit guy, a role guy, just doing bits and pieces of what he used to do. He got a piece of that one on the way up. Good block. So the score is 10-4. I don't ever want to be a guy who can only do bits and pieces of what he used to do, or somebody say, damn, back in the day, Dre used to do this, that, and the third. I don't ever want to get to that point. Whenever I get to that point where I feel like somebody would say that, I'll be done playing. Like, I want to play at a level, as long as I'm at a level where I feel like I compete with everybody and I keep playing. So that all that I just said has to do with why I work on jump shooting, posting up, all that stuff. Me missing an easy post-up shot there. Stuff that you don't have to be super athletic to do, but you can still be very effective. You can dominate the game with this stuff. Michael Jordan led the league in scoring all the way through when he left the Bulls. And he wasn't jumping over people no more. He was hitting J's on dudes. So he went from dunking on everybody to hitting jump shots in everybody's face and still leading the league in scoring in every way. So he's the number one example I could think of as far as a perimeter guy. And they lose the athleticism and they keep going. So me, when I play games in one-on-one, I like to work on creating shots off the dribble and making them. I like that one. 11-4 is the score. Making shots off the dribble that I created with my ball handling skills. I don't have to be super athletic to create a shot with it off the dribble, and I don't have to be super athletic to make it. Now you're talking about dunking on guys and running over guys and out-quicking everybody. Those are athleticism things which eventually will diminish, but skills don't diminish. Ball handling, shooting, those don't go away. IQ, those don't go away. So I said all that. I said all that to say that. Me with the pull-up J. Speak of the devil is good. The score is 12-4, I believe is the score. Hopefully that's accurate. But we going to 16. And defensively, as I said earlier, you see I'm giving him enough space, but you see when he shoots that jump shot, you see where my hand is on that challenge. I'm right there on him. I'll take him making a shot like that one he just made. Score is now 11-5. In the long run of a game, he's not going to beat me making those shots over top of me. Me with the pull-up, he got a good challenge there. I missed that. In the long run, there's not many players who are going to hit too many of those shots over top of me all game. He scores twice in a row, 11-6. So I'll take that trade-off. Me shooting over him versus him shooting over me. I'm going to win that 9 times out of 10. And if I start missing, I can always go to this post and blew another layup with the left hand. I might have shuffled that pivot foot there, so I didn't deserve that basket. So we still got an 11-6 score, giving him an open J. All right, 3 in a row. I got to do something now. Here I am coming down a little bit to the right of the top of the key. He let me walk into that pull-up. I had to make that. Blew it. Me with the drive, going right. Nice little pull up, hit it. I'm a few points away here, 13-8 is the score. Pull up, give him that shot, blew it, and I gave it the rebound. And he missed it. He got 2 for $1, but he missed the shot. So now I'm a couple buckets away from finishing this. I either got 14 or 15 at this point. Me with the stutter, driving in, jump stop. Use a little shot fake there, get him off me, step through, finish. I'm a bucket away from finishing this one. He comes down. Me defensively, when I'm playing against him, just in this game strategy, I just want to make a little halo. Like the 3-point line is that arc. I'm making an arc a little bit inside the 3-point line. I'll give him any shot from outside of that arc with me challenging it, and I know I'm going to win the game. Me with the drive to the left. Oh, took the foul. As long as I keep him outside of that arc, I know I'm going to win the game. I don't want to give up any layups. Whatever player, not too many players you play against who shoot a better percentage on jumpers than layups. Everybody's a better shooter with a layup, so I want to take away all his layups, make him shoot jumpers over top of me. If he makes them, he makes them, but I know I'm going to win. The pull up is good. That's 15, so now I got game point. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and like this vid, please. Any comments you got or any questions, you know where to leave those down below. Check the video description for links to all the Hoop Handbook workout programs, signature workout programs. Alright, here we go. Let's see what I come up with for game point. Behind the back, a little stutter, a little cross through the legs a few times. Alright, back up, reset. Through the legs, pull up, don't give me that. Game time. Thumbs up, y'all. Work on your game.
Coming at you from Australia. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com